G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another Space Engineers video. Okay, so in today's video what I'm going to be showing you is how to find uranium and platinum. Now I have covered this topic in a previous video, but I thought I would revisit it because there are a lot of people that were concerned about the fact that I was using mods to actually find it. Now, honestly, the basic principles of my last video are pretty much exactly the same as they are in this video. So ultimately, the only place you're going to be able to find uranium is on asteroids, and the only place you're going to be able to find platinum is on asteroids and also on the moon of Europa and the moon that is next to Earth. So, you know, like the replica of the moon. And the reason why you can find platinum on the moon and Europa is because both of those moons don't actually have an atmosphere. So the only electronic thruster that's going to work on those moons is ion thrusters. And of course, you need platinum to build ion thrusters. So that is the reason why you can find platinum on the moon and on Europa. So basically, and as I said before, the concepts of my last video kind of hold true for when you're not using the range mod for the ore detector. So yeah, I'm not too sure why people were so concerned about that, because realistically the process of finding uranium is literally the same whether or not you're using the mod or not. But, you know, for the benefit of those people who don't want to use mods, I thought I would create this video anyway. So basically, uranium is kind of like a blackish color, and then platinum is almost the same color as the asteroid itself. So it's like a really light gray. It's a lighter gray than what silver is. So it is particularly difficult to spot on top of an asteroid, but uranium is actually a lot easier to spot because you'll see like a massive black patch. And what you do is you basically just pull out your drill and you can get close to it and you can kind of determine what that is. Uranium tends to sit on the surface, whereas I find, well, at least in my experience, platinum tends to be below the surface and it is kind of difficult to spot on the surface. I think it does kind of spawn sometimes on the surface, but not very often. So to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark this asteroid here. So you can see I have a few GPS signals in this world, just purely because this world is based on my wasteland survival world, except with everything removed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new GPS coordinates here. So we'll add iron and ice, and we'll save that. Yep, iron and ice. Cool. So that's the first asteroid scoped out. Now this world is actually creative, but to be honest with you, the process of finding uranium and platinum is exactly the same. The only thing that means is that the fuel in this ship is constantly recharging because of the O2H2 generators. So what I'll do is I'll actually turn them off so that if we go into the control panel and we have a look at the hydrogen tanks, we can see that they are no longer being filled. So I guess we'll just have to kind of wing it and see if 68.5% fuel is enough. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So obviously what I'm going to do is try and go to the closest asteroid to me, which is going to be the asteroid over there, I think. So what I'll do is I'll turn off my front thrusters here, just because I think that's going to be helpful. And then we're just going to coast to this asteroid here. Well, it actually turns out that this asteroid wasn't too far away. So I'll put my braking thrusters on so that we slow down a bit. And then I'll try and get a little bit... I'll try and get as close as I can without wasting too much fuel, because again, this is a hydrogen ship, so you don't really want to waste fuel. And yeah, alright, that is extremely bizarre. So I have actually found uranium already, which is, yeah, That normally doesn't happen. Normally I have to go through about 30 or 40 different asteroids before I actually find uranium. So honestly guys, I literally just got lucky. And you can kind of see what the color of this stuff is. So if I kind of drill a hole here, then you'll get a bit of a better idea of the color of this stuff. So you can see it's like a blackish sort of ore, and if we move back you can kind of see its coloring there. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this spot as uranium. New from current position, uranium, and then we'll just have a look around the asteroid a bit more and see if we can't find anything else. I'm probably not going to use the ship to do this because again I'm trying to conserve fuel here. So I guess the next thing we need to find is we need to find some platinum. So that may take us a while to find. So let's see if we can spot any on this asteroid here. So there you can see we have some iron. So once I get closer to this, yep, you can see we have some iron as well. And then it turns out, yeah, so here you can see that we have more uranium. And you can kind of see the coloring of this. So what I could do is I could move the sun because it is in creative mode, but that's alright. I think you guys get the idea. I don't know if there will be any other ores on this asteroid, but actually, what is that? Generally, there's only about 2 different ore types per asteroid. Sometimes you can find asteroids that are like heaps of little broken up pieces and they contain multiple different types of ores. But for the most part, asteroids only really ever contain 2 ores, or maybe even 3. So, alright, cool. Well, yeah, I really didn't expect to find uranium that quickly, and honestly, I did not even set that up, guys. That is literally just the luck of the draw. And that's probably the fastest I have ever found uranium in the game. Alright, so let's move on to another asteroid and let's go and try and find ourselves some platinum. So which asteroid should I go to next? I think those 2 down there look like they're a bit closer to me than all the others. So again, I'll turn my braking thrusters off and I'll power towards this asteroid here and we'll see what this one has. Alright, so we're coming up on the next asteroid, so I'm just going to put on my braking thrusters here. And I think over there I can see a pirate wreck of some sort, but that's alright, that's not really relevant to this video. So let me try and get as close as I can. And I think I can see an ore deposit already, so you can kind of see it right there. And to be honest with you, it actually looks like uranium again. Which, if it is, that will be extremely surprising. I actually think it is. Oh no, it's silicon. Okay. So as you can see, the stock ore detector has a fairly decent range. It's not great, but it's not too bad either. And like I said, when you're operating without any mods and the game is totally vanilla, and you have no skybox mods, then it is definitely viable to, you know, try and find these things. Okay, so we have found silicon, so what I'll do is I'll probably scan the rest of the asteroid just with just by having a look at its surface. So I can't see anything else here. What about underneath there? I did see something. No, that's nothing. It looks like there is another little patch of silicon there. Yep, another little patch of silicon. Oh, there's a hole in the middle of the asteroid. Now, it's always a good idea, like if you find an asteroid with a hole in the middle, just travel through the center of it with your drill out and you're more likely to come across ores because that's just kind of the way it goes. Yeah, because the range of the detector on your drill is like 50 meters, so it does make it a fair bit easier. So what's this? Yeah, so as far as I can tell, that is about everything. And again, this is one of the reasons why I like to use the mod as well. I'm not saying you have to. It's completely fine not to use the mod, but there could be another ore deposit here that I'm just missing, and if you're not thorough in your search, then you could potentially miss, you know, platinum or uranium on an asteroid, and then you'll be driving yourself crazy because you're going to asteroid after asteroid and you haven't found what you're looking for. So anyway, what I'll do is I will mark this asteroid as silicon. So let's land down on its surface. Let's set a GPS and we will call this silicon. Awesome. And then we'll jump back into the ship and then we'll move on to the next asteroid. So basically, I believe the next asteroid, the next closest one is somewhere over there. I think there's another one behind this asteroid. Well, behind my ship and the asteroid anyway. So let's jump back in. Let's head back out again. Yeah, there's one there. So again, I'll turn my braking thrusters off and we'll kind of head over to this asteroid here. So obviously we might have found uranium pretty quickly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to find platinum very quickly. So okay, so I'm going to slow down a bit here and try and get a little bit closer without crashing into anything. It's always a good idea to keep a lookout for little bits of asteroid just lying around the place, because if you crash into like the tiniest piece of asteroid, then it can ruin your day pretty quickly. So let's try and navigate around this asteroid as much as what we can. And you can see we're not really picking up that much. So, and I can't see anything on this asteroid either. Me turn around on this side as well, and you can see that disabling your braking thrusters is probably one of the best methods you can use to get around. So you can see, even though I turned 90 degrees, I only lost 4 meters a second worth of speed. So that's another way to kind of conserve fuel and be more successful at doing this job. So I still can't really see anything. I don't know about you guys. Seems the quality of the voxels has gone downhill a bit as well. So I've turned that corner. I've lost a fair bit of speed, so just try and gain a little bit more here. So yeah, so far I haven't found anything on this asteroid. So... and I think this asteroid is quite a large one, like its diameter is more than the diameter or the range of my ore detector, so it's kind of struggling a bit, and I don't think there's anything in that little piece there either. Alright, well, I think what I'll do is I'll put these thrusters on and I'll just land down on this asteroid here. Oof. Whoops. Almost crashed. Alright, so let's park down here a bit. Get as close as I can. And yeah, I still can't pick up anything. So we're basically just going to have to go around and have a look at the surface of this asteroid. And just check it out and see what we can find. thought that was a deposit there, but it doesn't look like it is. This is weird. I think we already came around this way. Oh yeah, there seems to be a bit of a hole in the center of this asteroid, so let's go down here and let's have a look. So I'll turn my lights on. And you can see it's pretty dark in this little tunnel, but that's the only time it really gets very dark in the vanilla game, and you don't really have to... Yeah. Now I know that there is something in this asteroid, at least something, because I don't believe there are empty asteroids. I fully believe that there are actually at least one ore type in every single asteroid, although I could be wrong, so if I am, please correct me. But yeah, as I said, I'm pretty certain that there is at least something in every asteroid. So, but thus far I cannot see anything on the surface. So it may just be that there is nothing. Oh, there's something. So what have we got here? So that's ice. Alright, so we've got ice. Okay. So let's do a new from current position. Let's call this ice. And then let's go around the asteroid a couple more times and just check that there isn't something else on here. So, and this is how you need to do it in the vanilla game. You need to spend a lot of time inspecting each asteroid, and you need to make sure that you have plenty of fuel for your jetpack so that you do not run out, because if you do, then you will drift off into nothingness, and you better hope that you have a respawn point on the ship that you're using. Thankfully I do on that ship, so it's not a big issue for me, but yeah, that's probably a good idea to do that. So I can't see anything else here. Let me just get in a bit closer behind these shadow areas just to make sure that there is nothing else here. So yeah, I don't think there is anything in this spot here. Let's go around here. I believe... Oh, let's see what else we have. What's that? That's nothing. It looks like we have nothing down here as well. Yeah, so... I don't know. I think maybe the only thing I can find on this asteroid is ice. So... yeah, I think that's about all I can do. So you can see the shuttle is 659 meters away from us, so that means the diameter of this asteroid is about that, you know, 659 meters. So this is a really big asteroid, and it would be impossible to scan the center of it to see if there is anything else. So you really need to just fly around the entire surface and, you know, make sure that you've scanned everything. And it's also a good idea to have an antenna on your ship so that you don't lose it. There have been times where I have lost my ship on the surface of an asteroid, and I've literally floated around for about 35-40 minutes searching for it. So yeah, don't make that mistake like I have. Alright, well, let's jump back into the shuttle and let's move on to the next asteroid. And if I do not find platinum on that asteroid, then I'll probably, yeah, kind of just cut to the point where I do find it, because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm going for in this video, and the process by which you need to take in the vanilla game to find ores on asteroids. Alright, well, we're coming up pretty close to this one, so let me put on some braking thrusters here a bit, and again, I don't want to wash off too much speed and have to re-accelerate again, because that's just kind of a waste of fuel. And when I'm doing this procedure, I kind of want to conserve as much fuel as I can. In fact, what I might do is just head out to this little outcrop here, these little bits of asteroid, because sometimes what is in the main asteroid is in these little bits here, but I don't think in this case there is much there. So yeah, okay, well, let's head down to the main asteroid, the main body of this asteroid I should say, and let's see if we can't find anything here. Yeah, nothing yet. It's a bit strange. And this is a big asteroid, so we're going to struggle to find things here. Let's see if we can't find anything around this side. Oh, yep. So we have ourselves some silicon. Now I'm not sure where that is, if that's on the other side to where we are, or if it's just deep in the center of this asteroid. But yeah, or maybe it's in a tunnel that goes through the center of the asteroid. That is definitely a possibility. In fact, what I may do is stop the ship and jump out, and we'll have a look with our drill. I believe, yeah, so it looks like the silicon is quite deep beneath the surface. So yeah, sometimes that can happen. You know, ores will be buried deep beneath the surface of the asteroid and you won't actually be able to see them from the outside. So depending on the size of the asteroid, you may end up missing some ores. So yeah, there is that. But I don't think I can see anything else on the surface here. Let's have a look on this side. Yeah, no, I think perhaps the only thing we're going to find here is silicon. So what's that? That actually looks a bit shiny. No, that's just regular old asteroid material. That looks interesting, this piece here. Although I think that's the same. Just regular old asteroid. Same with this little patch here. Yeah, so... And platinum almost looks that colour. But when I do find some, then obviously I'll show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, I guess I'm going to search this asteroid as best as I can. What's that? Oh, that's just a glimmer of sunlight. I'm going to search this asteroid as best as I can, and then if I do not find platinum, then I'm basically going to go from asteroid to asteroid to asteroid, and then I will find some, and then I'll show you guys what that platinum actually looks like. So hopefully that will help you out. But yeah, I mean, so far I can't see anything really. Is there anything on this little rock here? Nope. Nothing in that crater. Well, not as far as I can tell anyway. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can find. Let me just go back here and just have a look at if there is anything in these little patches here. And yeah, no, so far I can't see anything in there. I would have most certainly detected it even with my drill being that close. So, alright, I will just continue on with the same method that I have done thus far. So we're going to do new from current position, and we're going to select silicon, And then, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Before I do that though, let me just make sure. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna call one of these silicon 2. Doesn't really matter which one, I guess, but yeah, we've got to call at least one of them number 2. Alright, so I think now what I'll do is head over to this asteroid here, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So, there you have it, guys. So it seems after about an hour and 15 minutes, we have finally come across platinum. And as we can see in the GPS menu, you can see that I've gone through a fair few asteroids. So actually, I'm just kind of curious how many I've gone through. So yeah, we've gone through 23 different asteroids, and actually found another uranium asteroid while I was at it as well. So yeah, and let's just get a bit of a closer look at this platinum, just so you can see what it looks like. And yeah, that's basically what platinum looks like. So it's very similar to silver, but yeah, it is just a tiny bit different. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful for you, and if it was, consider leaving us a like, and yeah, definitely consider subscribing so that you can join us in the next episode of Space Engineers. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.